Guys, we can see our breath this morning. Can you see it? Welcome to day 61, our earliest departure yet. We woke up at 4 a.m. We're departing at 4:52. Wow. And I just want to say to Captain, he was miraculous this morning because he is not a morning person. We had other people at the shelter and we slept in our tent and we packed up and I think we only said, 2 sentences to each other? We're like a well-oiled machine now, guys.
No kidding. I think at this point, I'm appreciating the sleep I get and not taking anything else.
I have some things to share with you guys from last night, but we're going to just get going and then once I wake up a bit, I'll share everything with you. We've got 17 miles today and we're breaking it up over 2 different situations. We're going to do 7.3 now, north. We're going to drop our bags at the hostel we're staying at tonight, and then we're going to take a shuttle to 10 miles north and hike back south into the hostel for the community dinner at 6 p.m. And I'll tell you more about it later because we got to get where we're going.
I'm Captain.
Oh my gosh, I forgot to say that. I'm Sunshine.
And we're still walking.
And we're still talking.
Everybody's got a problem that they don't know how to solve. Like life don't make no sense at all. And everybody feels something that nobody feels. Hurting takes some time to heal.
This is Largo on the job, doing his time lapse and taking his break. What's for breakfast? Sour Patch Kids? So last night we got in around, what time did we get in last night? 7:30?
Around 7.
7? We were cranking that last couple of miles. And we're also racing against time because one of the guys at the shelter said, it's gonna rain in 15 minutes. So Captain put up the tent, I made dinner, and while I was talking with, Turbo, Nick, and Socks. Oh, look at me, I'm getting good at remembering trail names. They informed me, and this is why I'm so happy I don't do a ton of research ahead of time, because I don't know if I would have stayed where we stayed if it was the case. There was a double murder back in the 80s there, and I didn't have Wi-Fi, so I couldn't go and, honor them by sharing their names. May they rest in peace. It was apparently a young couple, from what the guys at the shelter told me, going southbound, and a mentally unstable guy killed them. And I was like, and you guys are okay with staying here? And they were like, yeah, it's fine. And one of them actually said, which was hilarious, what's the chances of it happening here again if it was gonna happen? And I'm like, okay, that's a good point. And I went to sleep fine. I mean, I felt, fine too, because there was a lot of us there. If I had gotten there and there was a sign like double murder here in the 80s and no one was there, I might have been creeped out. Would you have wanted to proceed on, Captain?
Nah.
You would have been fine?
I'm not that scared of rumors.
Rumors? That it really happens. It could be haunted.
Ooh.
So I didn't sleep well last night for many reasons, which are not really relevant to even mention. But one, I was starting to finally fall back asleep at 3. Mind you, we got up at 4 a.m. to be on the trail by 5 a.m. A bear came to the site. And I know it was a bear because I could not fit our little bag of trash in our bear cans because we packed out like 6 days and it was super full still. I don't know why, because we've been eating stuff, but it was still full. Anyway, and when I went to go get the bear cans this morning, the bag of trash was gone. So I'm not too happy because I just contributed to trash being spread out in the wilderness, but that's the first time that's happened. But I could tell from my tent that that wasn't Bambi. We saw a ton of deer yesterday, the most we've ever seen, and they're quiet, you don't even notice they're there. This thing was like rummaging and cracking branches and sniffling and all kinds of stuff. So anyway, that was the excitement last night. I am ready for a nap, but there is no rest for the wicked, so we continue on. Guys, we're, unless there's a really unique situation, we are 17 and above from this point forward. And the people we keep meeting up with are hitting 20s and between 20 and 24 a day. So it's a happening, baby. I hear they have cheese at the place we're staying at. Homemade Amish cheese,
Are
you
you
guys.
wearing deodorant?
What? Or, well, I didn't put it on this morning because we left so early. Why?
Well, no wonder I'm behind you right now.
Why? Do I smell?
Yes, very much so.
Well, you go first then, and you can silk blaze all the cobwebs.
I'm fine with that.
I don't think I smell. Check. Captain is thoroughly disgusted with me now. I do stink, but you know,
You've lost your humanity.
my whole body stinks, Largo. My underarms is the least of my concern right now. I can't exactly go put the deodorant over my entire body.
That's like saying the house is on fire. Why would I try and put any of it out?
Listen, you don't smell awesome either.
Well, yeah, but I'm doing something about it.
But your armpits smell nice, but nothing else does.
Wow.
I've given up, Largo. I'm a savage hiker. I'm disgusting. So, 3 out of 5 guests surveyed at Wapiti shelter last night are currently using bidets. I can't tell you who, because what happens at the shelter stays at the shelter, but I am on a wild survey now to find out, because I thought when I did the bidet video, I said that I've met anyone out here using them. So last night, bidet users were in the majority. Woo! Listen to the birds, you guys. Wow, there was one really loud one. He just got quiet all of a sudden. I hope this morning beauty convinces Captain that getting up early is worth it. I don't know, he's a teenager, so I don't know if I can bribe him with ice creams like I used to on the Camino.
We're gonna climb across the rainbow. We're gonna eat the sun for lunch. We're gonna cycle on the tail of an elephant's trunk. We're gonna dive inside the jelly. Skate with the penguins round the zoo. We're gonna swim in pink spaghetti until we turn blue. And through the yellow-orange sky, we glide on dragon's wings.
So we don't really feel like we need to sleep in a bed tonight, but the reason we're going to Woods Hole is, well, one, because it's the most famous hostel on the trail, depending on who you ask, but also because they have this amazing farm-to-table dinner and breakfast. And we're always up for a nice, good meal that doesn't involve an MRE or energy bars. Now, this hostel is kind of known as, it's got like a hippie vibe, which we're fine with. I'm kind of a hippie chick anyway. Apparently there's meditation throughout the day if you want to do it. There's free yoga at 4. The deal with us staying here was that we still needed to get our miles. So we're not going to get to enjoy any of that. We're going to drop our packs. We're going to downsize to a day pack, a slack pack. And then a shuttle driver is going to drop us north of here. And we're going to hike back about 11 miles so that we can still get our 17 for the day. It's probably not the best way to be hiking south into here because it's a harder hike. But that's what we felt worked best for getting the shuttle this morning to take us to the furthest point and then us walking back in, rather than hiking out and having the shuttle pick us up there during rush hour and all that kind of stuff. So we will be back in time for our 6 p.m. dinner. We're sleeping in the bunkhouse tonight. We will probably crash like immediately after dinner because, well, Captain slept well last night, but I didn't, and I'm super tired. I don't know if we'll have time to do laundry. You heard earlier, I stink, so I do have a backup pair of clothing, so once I do shower, I will put that on. I'm very excited to check this place out. It's got great reviews. Everyone who comes loves it. A guy was just leaving, and I said, "Is it all that?" And he's like, "Yeah." So. You ready, Largo?
Yes.
Are you ready, Captain? I know you're ready to do some yoga and meditate. I'm going to leave you here for the day. They had me at homemade bread and homemade cheese and a Coke, guys. I cannot, I'm like dying to dig into this. Like, whoa, sold. All right, guys, we are checked into Woods Hole. I'm gonna take some footage either later today or in the morning. I'm not sure yet. We're having our snacks and checking in and getting situated and reorganizing our bags to slack packs. And I didn't have any time to kind of shoot any footage to show you guys what it was. But when I do, it's gonna be marvelous. So right now we were just dropped back on the trail, and now we're 11 miles north of Woods Hole, and we're gonna hike southbound into the hostel. And then tomorrow a shuttle will bring us back to the point we're at now, if that makes sense. The map will explain everything. I know it's a bit confusing, but we still want to get our 17 miles today. Captain is snacking. I just ate a whole log of cheese, so I don't need food for the next year.
The entire log of cheese?
No, I ate half of it.
Good.
Yeah. And then what he did, can you turn around so I can show them? He wanted to keep his original pack on, but he emptied most of the stuff out of it.
Here's the thing. A slack pack with a normal amount of slack packing stuff feels heavy. I don't feel like I'm carrying it.
Right, because that's set up for packing. So look at my pack, guys. I found this pack. I found this pack in the loaner, and it just spoke to me. What do you think? Is it me? I don't have too much in it, but I have enough just in case there's rain or that kind of stuff. So we're gonna hike, we're gonna share it with you guys, and then we'll do some footage of the hostel, hopefully when we get back. Well, apparently there's quite a party happening down here. There is, I guess this would be like the New York City for them. I can count like 20. It's a big city. Let's do it. Let's go to Angel's Rest View Rock. Oh, wow. Do you think you can do a time lapse on that?
Of course.
Can't get enough of this view. And those clouds are gorgeous today too. Wow. So I think I don't want to speak too out of turn here, but I think we might be catching the very back of the bubble. We'll have to see what tomorrow, the next day holds, because we're seeing a ton of thru-hikers today. It's unbelievable. It's nice. I like it. Really like it. I'm not sure if I've actually mentioned it before. I probably have. I'm going to say it again, just in case you're just joining us now. The bubble is where there's the biggest concentration. The bubble is where there's the biggest concentration of thru-hikers. And apparently, I was told the other day, they're a couple of days ahead of us, the back of the bubble. I think the middle might be about 2 weeks ahead of us. I'm not really sure, but Captain's determined to catch them and pass them, so I'll let you guys know. Wow, that 4 a.m. wake-up call, it's 2:45, and I feel like I'm ready for bed for the night. It's doing me in. We got 3 more miles left, then a fabulous community dinner, laundry in there someplace, shower, and then snooze-a-rama. I'm gonna try and sleep 11 hours tonight, maybe 10. Deer on this section of the trail are so plentiful and so curious. I mean, they just like stand there. Oh, look how cute. Oh my God, how cute. We both got our first blister day. Where's yours?
That's right. Welcome back to The Feet with Largo. And I have 2 blisters. I've had one blister since yesterday, and I'm developing another. And it's, I'm going to use my hand as a reference. I have one at the front of my second toe,
Yeah.
And then I also have one like right along where the palm would be. And I think it's directly correlated to the Ultras. I'm not faulting them in any way, but I just think that when I've had my Hokas, my shoes have been really enclosed, whereas the Ultras have a much wider kind of toe box, and so it allows me to move them a lot more.
And you have really thin, long, big feet.
Yeah.
And for me, I love the toe box because my feet are fat. Or wide. I guess wide's a better way to say. So you're switching back to Hokas?
I mean, once these wear out, yeah.
Yeah. I've got my first blister, which is right here on my hand. You guys see that? Right there on my hand. And it's from my poles. I don't have any on my feet, but it's from my poles. This place is so incredibly adorable. They've got tents up, I guess it's like a yurt. They call it a safari tent that you can sleep in up here and over there.
They've actually outplanted, but if you pull a leaf on most farm vegetables,
Largo's cheating on Sentry. This is what cats do, Largo. Sentry thinks she's a dog and doesn't do this, but that's actually what cats do. Oh, that's what you've dreamed
I
of.
haven't had a cat sitting on my lap in a while.
Oh my gosh, it's gonna sleep with us in the bunkhouse.
Yeah, come on up, step up and go around in two of them.
Oh, that looks delicious. Wow. And parsley. Foodies here, they're having a hard time on the trail.
Ooh, I know a chef.
Am I the only one who's like,
I'm a chef by trade.
you're a chef? Okay, we are closing out day 61. We went from, where did we go?
We went
Wapiti
from Wapiti shelter down to this place,
to Woods Hole.
and then we shuttled.
And that was 7.3 miles.
Yes, and then we shuttled ourselves up to Parisburg, and then
We got on at Cross Ave,
and then we
came-
hiked back to Woods Hole.
which is 10.6, which brings us to a total of 17.9. We met our deficit. Ooh, 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 ooh. Is that fun?
Yes.
I got to show you my loan. We showered. We got a super comfortable beds tonight. I got to show you my loaner shirts. So Will is probably the only one that's going to appreciate this. I found this for him because it's the Miami Dolphins, which is his team. And then I wore this one for Largo, which says Mama to be. You're going to be a big brother. I'm just kidding.
No.
I found these in the loaner clothes, and then these purple sweatpants, which are super comfortable. What are you wearing? You're wearing...
I'm wearing a gray shirt.
That's
and
5 sizes too big.
And
Flannel pajamas.
nice flannel pajamas.
All right, so what was the best part of your day today?
I would honestly say the best part of my day is the bed.
The bed?
Not only that, I mean, it's just very comfortable. And also, I feel like the ups that we had the second half of the day was really nice.
My best part of the day was for sure the meal. I vlogged the food so you guys could see what the food looked like, but we were having such great conversation. I wasn't going to pull out the camera and start vlogging. Maybe at breakfast I'll do a time lapse. I don't know. We'll see how it's going because everyone's just like cheerful and having a good time and really interesting and unique conversation. And who wants to vlog then? You just want to take it all in. That was my best. Oh, my other best was that you did an awesome job waking up at 4 a.m. this morning. And Captain doesn't like to get up early. But I said to him, it's 4 a.m. We got to get up. And you were within minutes. You got up and packed up. And we packed up in the dark and we're super quiet, which I don't think, have we packed up in the dark before?
We have. We've very rarely done it, though.
We did it that day that I fell and then peed on myself. The next day we packed up in the dark.
Yes, that was when we summited Blood Mountain.
Oh, was that 1-7 in Blood
Yes.
Mountain? I thought that was on like day 3.
No, that was day like 7 or 8, 9, 10,
okay.
11, maybe 13, 12, 30.
Did you, we're actually manic right now since we've been up since 4 a.m. Did you have a worse part of your day?
I wouldn't say today anything worse. No.
I didn't like So hiking southbound today was actually the harder route. We should have hiked northbound. And after doing 22 miles yesterday, my feet feel great now, but they were hurting on the hike, especially like I feel like no matter how many miles we do, the last 2 miles are always hard on me.
Oh, they're always, because your body is giving up at that point.
Right. I think my mind is saying you're done, and I'm like, but you still have 2 more miles.
Yeah, exactly.
And it was 2 more uphill. One was uphill, one was down. And I was also dreaming about the food tonight. So that, like, on the hike, all I could think about was the food. There was a really good meal tonight. And so I think that was just making me like crazy. Like, I just want my food. I want food. I want food. I'm a foodie. Oh, another highlight from me, another highlight from the day. My best would be the cheese, the homemade cheese we had from the Amish community.
Mm-hmm.
And the bread that I think Neville makes the bread every morning. It's so good.
Yeah, it was amazing, honestly.
All right.
And
That's
so
it.
with that, we went a very good amount today.
We did almost 18
Almost
miles.
18. And we will see you day 62.
Tomorrow. Bye. Did you guys see the face here? That was a little bit of a hard read. The question is, if it was raining, would you sleep under there? Oh, what a beautiful dragonfly. I can't see it on the video. Can you guys see it? It's so beautiful. Trevor looks right at home on the porch. Is it going to be hard to leave tomorrow?
No.
No.